Teruko Rogers is our student speaker this year. She was chosen because she embodies the spirit of CISN. She has taken advantage of all that Cal has to offer by her active participation in a variety of campus activities, including CISN. Teruko is an extraordinary young woman who is near and dear to my heart. I first met Teruko on the phone months before she began Cal as a student in the Summer Bridge program of the summer of 2008. We immediately hit it off when we finally met. Funny, smart, compassionate, sassy, outrageous, talented, driven, and accomplished. These are just some of the words that come to mind when I think of Teruko. As a foster youth, Teruko was given little encouragement to go to college, but was determined to earn a degree from Cal. She tells me Mr. Lippman from her high school was instrumental in encouraging her, and I'm sure glad he did. Ladies and gentlemen, Teruko Rogers.
So I don't have a speech prepared, but I do have a poem for you guys. I have dreams, similar to what some say are nightmares. Dreams that I would fall out of bedroom windows or cut deep enough to eject that I was my mother's daughter. Dreams that I was drowning in her addictions, gasping for air, I usually don't make it. Dreams that were once deciphered between broken bottles and broke down spirits. I dreamed in pictures only, no sounds and no voice. Visions of foster homes hailing hopeless banners above doorsteps, a drop-off zone for those who just ain't gonna make it. I was dreaming of a dead future because that's what I've been force-fed. Feeble bodies, beaten with boxes I have been thrown into, fitting categories and stereotypes framed into a picture I never posed for. Family who doubted through dilated eyes and slurred words of, "You will never succeed." The success did come. Waking up to voice sounding similar to angels, angling my views towards towers of triumph, I no longer needed to dream. I heard melodies of miraculous events, turning water into wine and underestimation into shine. Deborah. The root of all mothers, foundation fondling fragments of broken earth, irrigation to the souls of dried eyes, too many tears shed. You replenished and rearranged the upholstery of my heart. Catching me before I fell, you placed me on solid ground, the weight of my burdens on your chest. You gave me room to breathe, the instructions on how to inhale, how to swim back towards shore. I was expecting another slick, slimy talk down about my family social worker, but I got you. The first day I met you, the word mom fell ferociously from my lips and you called me booty, just like my biological mother did. It felt like home without horror. I knew that you would nourish my well-being, protect and shield me from all hurt, harm, or danger. You would rock me when tears failed, hold me when I felt alone, and stand behind me when the world was gone. I don't know where I'd be without you, my female Mr. Lippman, my mother, but it surely wouldn't be here. People like myself, street smart yet a victim of concrete jungles. Deborah, you fortunately demagnetized my attraction to metal. Bullets may not have names on them and shovels never choose who they can work for, but there is a preference. Guns with serial numbers that matches the statistics that I fit. Communities of new ghettos 6 feet under while 4 walls around them share similar pigmentation with inhabitants. But for the first time in my life, I have someone who I'm afraid to disappoint. Mom. I was afraid to tell you that I bought a new car or that I worked a full-time job and I went to full-time school, but you always knew what to say to get me to think that maybe I should start living for me. Recently, I have been dreaming that I made it. Running away from closet, closed doors, skeletons I've hanged out on clotheslines to dry our sorrows, and maybe my family's bones will give us some sort of foundation stronger than my little plateau. I ran through doors of setback streets, too familiar bloodstains, smoking houses from too many foul fumes, too many dead minds. Recently, my father told me I must think that I'm too good to stay in California to assist my mother's drug problem. And if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be in this situation. The same blame game I played for 22 years, but I told him what Deborah told me. That it's not the fact that I'm too good, it's the fact that I deserve to live in the shadows of my own demons and not hers. I deserve an opportunity to prove teachers who told me I would never amount to anything, social workers who judged me on the basis of my tattoos, that I was gang-related, community who told me I've dug up my roots and left them there to die, I deserve to prove them wrong, and I have to. Family, adopted through our mother, Deborah, and our father, CISN. Our shoes may not fit each other's feet, but they are similar sightings of gold resilience tracked through trials we find ourselves facing on a day-to-day basis. Basically belittled beyond belief, but I believe we are accepted to UC Berkeley for a reason. I have found a crevice of comfort in each one of your hearts, souls of soldiers and not an ounce of a quitter, a family that I know I belong in. 4 letters taking place of hope is CISN, California Independent Scholars Network. California tells us that only 2% of foster youth will earn a bachelor's degree. That being independent means being alone, yet we all prove that wrong. A group of scholars dissecting ways to fix broken homes and broken worlds, creating a new wireless network that never drops hope. Graduates, turn to your left and to your right. Wherever the road leads you, remember that this right here is your family. A network of once broken spirits uplifted through our rebirth as Deborah's children. Don't be afraid to look back because some of our loved ones might still be there. Don't be afraid to fall because getting up is too easy. Don't be afraid to fail because we have already succeeded. We have always been destined for greatness, and our outcomes are determined by our stride and our resilience. Congratulations, class of 2012, for proving though someone's wrong and waking up from our own nightmares. You can now open your eyes because we made it.
Wow. Teruko, you are just so amazing, and thank you so much for those words. They just mean more to me than you can imagine.